Yes, I am, and we'll be discussing some tech products, I guess, that could help you in this new year. Things that maybe you don't know about. And Eddie Opoku, who is our head of new media here at Citi FM and Citi TV, he's going to talk us through this topic. So we're looking at the new year, Eddie.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, quick.
I mean, it's your first time on Breakfast Daily set here
Yeah.
in this new year,
Yeah,
right?
the fabulous studio.
The fabulous
Yeah,
studio, yes.
I feel really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so we're looking at new things. We're looking at, new year, maybe people learning about things they didn't know before. And I'm really excited about what you're going to talk about today because I actually use this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because you can use it on the go, right? Google Docs.
Yes, Google Docs or Google Document.
Yes.
Talking about Google Docs, let's just take a step back.
Okay.
For us to be able to have an essence of what it is, we need to understand what we mean when we say cloud.
Okay.
These days there's a lot of conversations about cloud, and you hear people talking about cloud this, cloud that. Yes. So when we talk about cloud, what does it mean? Now, basically, anything that you do online is made possible by a server, which is a computer, any other kind of computer. It's a kind of computer that is designed to host several people simultaneously doing different things using the resources that that particular computer has to offer. And they are designed in such a way that they can be anywhere in the world. So when you go on your phone and you are doing a search and you go to Google and you search for maybe Kokui Hansen, that information that you are looking at can be on any computer sitting any part of this world. Okay, so when you talk about cloud, then we are moving it a step further where activities that we do on our local computers are, as it were, moved to a computer that is far removed physically from you. Okay, so if I'm doing my WhatsApp, for example, it's enabled by a server somewhere. Okay, so we step it up and say, okay, now I can just take a picture and on the blind side, passively, it is uploaded, okay, onto a server somewhere. So that for any reason, if I lose my phone and I get a new phone, all I have to do is to put in my credentials and all that information downloads back. So if you have an Apple ID, for example, anytime you get a new iPhone, all you need to do is to put your Apple ID in there, log in, then through the data, everything just populates onto your phone. And that is what we are talking about.
So when you say the cloud, you don't mean that your information is in the sky somewhere.
No, it's not.
Right.
Because you see, the skies are a bit imaginary, because a lot of us, the closest you can get to the clouds is when you fly by in an airplane, So, yes, so that is the analogy. It's in the cloud. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Yes, somewhere.
Somewhere out there.
Good. So when we go to Google Docs, okay, Google enables several different kinds of services. Now they call it docs because then, it's like all the range of services that they have made available for you. So when you talk about Google Docs, when you talk about Google Sheets, etc., let's talk about Google Docs. So Google Docs, it's a word processing platform that Google provides on its cloud service. Okay, now if you know what a word processor is, it allows you to put text documents together. So if I want to type a letter, a resume, a portfolio, all those range of documents are word processing documents. Okay, so they are enabled by Google Docs. So if you want to do any of those things, all the things that you do on your computer that is local, you have to open Microsoft Word or some kind of word processor, you type your text, then you format it, then you use you can add some color and all those things. You can do it, but in this instance, it exists in the cloud, and you access it through your mobile device, your laptop, or whatever device you can have access to. So, for example, you can create a document. You go somewhere, you don't have access to that document physically, but for some reason you need that document. All you need is a computer with internet, and you just log into your Google account, and you can have access to it. Then we can move it also onto what we call the Google Sheets, which is a spreadsheet software. What is a spreadsheet software? People use it, but they don't know that that is the name. A spreadsheet software is a software that is used to organize figures,
Data.
okay, so that you can do some analysis on them. So if you have done Excel before, that is a spreadsheet. That's the most popular spreadsheet. But Google is quickly becoming a very, very formidable foe because of the sheer popularity of Google.
Yes.
You know,
and being
so,
able, like you said, it's portable to a degree. I mean, you've got your device, you can access it anywhere once there's data.
In fact, Microsoft also has its versions of all the things that we are talking about. But because of how popular Google is, especially with the Android devices, the Chrome devices, now it's everywhere, you know. So just logging in onto your Google account, it gives you access to this spreadsheet software called Google Sheets, okay? So you can do all your spreadsheet, put in your figures, itemize it, arrange it, and you can also have graphics. You can organize them into charts, graphs, and other things so that you can use it to, you know, educate people. So you have nice, you know, colored graphs, and they have templates that you can just select and use, which makes it very intuitive and very, very quick on the go. You can get things done quickly.
And
then
you can save it as an Excel sheet.
Yes.
It's compatible with...
Yeah, you can export it to any other platform that you want. Whether you want it to go on an Apple platform, a Microsoft platform, you can export it into the popular, you know, Excel, you know, and you have all the features and you can use it, okay? So the next one we're going to talk about is the Google Slides.
Yes,
you know, one very important thing we do a lot is presentations.
Yes.
Now, I mean, Microsoft with this popularity had solidified that aspect of documentation. And sometimes you go for a presentation and people ask you, where's your PowerPoint? Where's your PowerPoint? You know, you're referring to a digital presentation, you know. So Google also has that in the form of Google Slides. So you can organize all your information into what we call slides, okay, to run a slideshow. Okay, then for each slide you have your text, you have your graphs, you have your pictures, just like we do, but this time you can have access to it wherever you are, from your mobile device, somebody's computer, etc. And the good thing about this is that because they are all on one cloud platform, it enables collaboration. Okay, so the whole office can decide, okay, we are going to work on this, maybe it's time bound, we need it urgently, so I can just enroll other people on that particular document, share with them, and together we can work on this particular document. Okay, so that is Google Slides. Then we have Google Forms. Google Forms. You know, one of the things that computers do very well is dealing with data. Okay, but a lot of time the difficulty is how to capture the data. Okay, so with Google Forms, you can create a form, you know, like the physical forms, you know, digitally. Like
a registration form, a survey.
Perfect. And because it's digital, you are not going to fill it out on paper and now have to scan it, use an OCR software to get the text, and now have to arrange it, okay? So you just add people that are supposed to, you know, as it were, provide the data, add them, share it with them, they receive it, they just put in all the data, and instantly, you know, it populates and you have all the data and you can carry out your analysis and whatever you are. I mean, for example, we have been running, and in a few months we'll be going on Heritage Caravan, okay? And it's one of the tools we use a lot to gather data of the people that we take along on our, you know, cruise
trip around the country.
around the country. You know, it's very, very interesting when we start preparing for all these things, and you have to do all these things, and you see the data, you know, trickling in. Very, very interesting. And in 2023, this is one of the tools that people should be using for their small businesses. Even big businesses can be using some of these tools, which will save them a lot of money. Then we can talk about Google Keep. Google Keep, there's an online space, you know, online workspace. You know, a lot of time people look at the idea of a desktop, for example. You say a desktop computer. While we talk, oh, you have your computer in the work area, we say it's a desktop. Why is it called a desktop? Okay, if you are working on a desk, and you have all your tools on your desk. So it gives you access to all the things that you need to do to work. So with the idea of this particular Google Keep, it brings all the different elements of your work in one place. Okay, so from there you can access collaboration. From there you can access your documents. You can do to-do lists. You can do you can access your calendar, which Google also provides.
Yes.
You know, and it's also feature rich. We're going to be talking about it in a second. So it's more of a working space that has all the tools that enables you to work very, very effectively. You carry it in the palm of your hand, you carry it on your tablet, you have it on your desktop computer or any computer as it were.
Is there any difference between, I mean, everything we've mentioned so far with Google, technically, once you have data, it's free.
Yes,
you know, once you have a Google account, right? Now, any reason why for other services that are paid for, maybe there are benefits to that, or there are disadvantages to a free service?
Okay, so by creating a Google account, you have access to these free.
Yes.
Okay, but you have a limited space. Okay, so I was going to talk about your Google Drive,
right,
which is like the storage that provides with the Google Drive. So you have a limited amount of space, but as you use these services, you put together a little bit and it builds up. And within time, you'll be going out of your storage, you know, so you will have to subscribe to a data plan, a storage plan, so you get big space. So that is where Google also gets its money from. Okay, so you buy data. I mean, if you want to use it very effectively, yes. Corporate entities also can buy enterprise packages that will allow even a wider range of services. In fact, what we are talking about is just a tip of the iceberg. So with your Google Drive, you can talk about Gmail, which we all use. Okay, for example, Gmail, we all use Gmail, and you might have Kokwi Hansen Salome at gmail.com, but you can actually have it customized if you're paying. Okay, so you can have Kokwi
at
kokwi.com. You know, you just pay Google and they'll provide it for you. By extension, you have Google Meet, which is like Zoom.
Yes.
All the features nicely put together, and it's a great interface.
It really
if you are familiar with Zoom, try
Meet is nice.
And yes,
very simple to use.
Yes,
very easy.
It integrates so well with the Google Calendar and all the other range of Google services that we talked about. Then you can talk about Google Chats. Chatting like WhatsApp, Google has it. Then you can talk about Google Maps, all these things are integrated. So, for example, if you get an invitation to a meeting in your Google Calendar, okay. It can integrate into Google Maps so that immediately you accept to go for the meeting. On the day of the meeting, it is just going to bring up the map. You can plug into your computer. If you have your car, if you have one of those Android things or the Apple CarPlay things, straight away you have the directions and it will take you to the location of the meeting.
Seamless integration.
And you can talk about Google Sites. So for Kokwi, you have a lot of things that you do. Okay, so you need a gateway to that. So you need a website. Okay, I mean, websites popularity came down a little bit with the advent of social media.
Yes.
But now it is also becoming one tool that helps give you a bit of legitimacy when you are online. So everybody needs these tools, you know. So how are people going to contact you? How can they book you? Blah, 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 blah. So you create a website. So Google Sites, for example, is one easy way. It has, you know, templates. Click, done. Bam. You have your website. Oh, I needed to take it online. Click, it is published. For a small fee, you get access to all these. You can register your domain and have all these things working seamlessly.
Sweet. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Right?
So in a nutshell, that is
nice
Google
one
for you. But they have so many things.
So many things, right? I mean, sometimes I just click. You know, when you log into your Gmail and you've got your
have the
initial,
waffle.
you've got and then
the
you just
waffle.
just click on it and see the range of products that Google has. Just explore. You'll be surprised.
You'll be
surprised.
surprised.
There's even a QR code generator. There's all kinds of things there.
Exactly. So for 2023, if you are going to be productive, one of the tools you need is Google. If you're already invested into Microsoft also, you have its equivalent. Yes, you have its equivalent. So just explore. There are other services alongside, but if you want one that is very cohesive, very well put together, and has a very wide range of services, I think, in my estimation, Google is the way to go. Yes.
Nice one. Edipoku. He's our head of new media here at Citi FM and Citi TV. If you want to get in touch with him, how do people do that?
You can reach me on Twitter. You can do at Edipoku, on Instagram at Mifra Asante, on Facebook is Edward Opoku.
Yes, and if you're wondering, yes, he's the same auto guru that we have here at Citi.
I have love for cars.
Yes, he does.